السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف حالك؟ Inshallah, all is well. This video is going to be a little different from my previous ones. I will be getting a little bit personal as I share like my journey, answering a couple questions about how I even became a Muslim, how long I've been a Muslim, just a little background of me and how I got here today. Okay, so I got asked a few questions from multiple people like on TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. And then I just also had certain things I just wanted to share. Let's just jump right into it. The first question is, what has inspired you to make Hijrah? And what has the journey taught you about yourself and your faith? Once I got deep into Islam and I started learning more about Hijrah and the importance of Hijrah, it always been like a desire, and then like the things you see online, like you see like the scenery, you see other people who already done started their journey, and it's just like I always had it in me. I always had it in mind. If I'm being honest, I first wanted to go to Egypt, but my intentions for wanting to go to Egypt, it wasn't. Actually, no, that's a lie, because when I first wanted to go to Egypt, it was to go to the university. So it was for Islamic reasons. But then like after that, I wound up changing my mind. And then when I wanted to go again, it wasn't for no Islamic, like no real true Islamic reasons. It was just for what I saw on like social media. And then I quickly learned like a lot of different stuff about other places, and like Mecca and Medina. Like these are places I didn't know you could make Hijrah. I didn't know you could make Hijrah here. I don't know what I thought. I just never knew you could make Hijrah here. I just never knew that. So the second part of that question, it was what has this journey taught you about yourself and your faith? So it taught me that I am brave. It taught me that I'm brave. Like, because when I realized when I was to tell someone like, oh yeah, I'm moving out the country. Like it was nothing to me, but everybody's reaction was the same. It was just like, a lot of people don't have the courage to do this. You have to have courage to get up and to move to another country, So that's that question. Okay, the second question is, what was the turning point that led you to Islam? And how has your life changed since becoming Muslim? Okay, so I took my Shahada when I was 21 years old. I had just turned 21 in 2019. So yes, I am now 26 years old. So it's been a complete 5 years. Like November last month made a complete 5 years. I took my Shahada then. I was the type of person who, I didn't have no haya, I didn't have no shyness with myself. I used to wear whatever I wanted to wear. I used to be on social media how I wanted to be on social media with no kind of shyness, nothing. So I also used to work out. I used to work out every day, like every single day. And I remember like walking to the track, and I used to just be looking in the sky. Like I had a fear of the akhirah. I had a fear of what's to come next after I leave this world. And Allah knew, Allahu Akbar, Allah knew. Like I used to have these thoughts, like I know that I will be judged for something, for the things I do. I know that there is a heaven. I just always believed that there was a heaven and there was a hellfire. And so it had to be some correct way to follow. I just didn't know what. So during that time, I used to work out. I had met a friend, and they were a Muslim, and they used to always pray. So, and which was kind of different for me, because in Philly, like is a big Muslim community that I did not know about until I became a Muslim. But you see Muslims, and the Muslims I grew up around, like my friends and everything, they wasn't really the Muslims that that I see now that I am. You know, the Muslim that I am today, I didn't see that from my friends then. So I only knew of a khimar, wrapping your head, and that's it. And you know, just doing Ramadan, but I didn't know anybody that actually prayed 5 times a day. So when I met this person, like, they used to pray 5 times a day. And I'm just like, I started to memorize the prayer. Like, I knew when the prayer was going out. It just, like, it rhymed. So I'm like, oh, this is easy to memorize. So I just asked the question. I'm like, okay, well, what separates Muslims from, like, Christians? Like, what is it? Like, they broke it down in a way where it's just like, wow, like, I felt like that was all I really needed to hear. Like, that it made so much sense. Like, we as Muslims, we worship Allah alone. You know, we worship one God. We don't associate partners with Allah. There's none comparable to him. Like, read Surah Al-Ikhlas, that's it right there. And that really just solidified everything for me. And now I'm just like, I knew in that instance that this is where I needed to be. If it's not Christianity, it's here. It's to be a Muslim. So after that, it was just like, I just felt that, like, I wanted to take my shahada. So about 2 weeks later, I don't know what the wait was for, but I did decide that I wanted to take my shahada immediately after. So I took my shahada November 22nd or November 23rd, Allahu A'lam. But I took my shahada and I never looked back. I never, ever looked back. Like, subhanAllah. Okay, the third question is, what has been the hardest part of making hijrah, and how do you stay grounded during challenges? The hardest part about making hijrah, the hardest part is the language. Like I say in my previous videos, I'm gonna always say it's not fully knowing the Arabic language. That is what can become, like, very difficult. But and, like, you just need to make sure all your ducks is in a row before you do make a move like this. Me, I just went off of faith. I literally just went off of faith, and I'm still hanging on by faith, you know. And I ask that Allah keep me here, and me. But it says, how do you stay grounded during challenges? I make dua. I lock in with Allah. I just try to have the best thoughts about Allah. During challenges, I just really try to, like, just continuously have the best thoughts about Allah. And once I make dua, once I pray, and I feel better, you know, like, I feel better. It's a lot of duas you could say that, you know, Allah got you. Like, it's so many ways out of situations. So we just have to utilize them, you know. So it's just, yeah. The fourth question is, how has losses or hardships shaped who you are today, and how do you navigate grief? Hardship and losses. So one of the things as a Muslim, we know, because it's in the Quran, is that with hardship comes ease. So it's just like, yeah, hardships be hard. It be hardship during those times. But once you remind yourself of the mercy of Allah and remind yourself of who Allah is, that's why it is very important. I'm gonna always emphasize this. It's very important to memorize the 99 names of Allah, so it can be easier for you. I personally don't have them memorized, but I know the importance of it. And, you know, may Allah make us all better, and may Allah allow us to memorize the 99 names. But hold on, let me just sit this right here so I won't keep. But losses. Let's get into losses. You know, like 2 years ago, I lost my grandma, the one who basically raised me. I lived with her almost my entire life, and she passed away, which was hard, but that was a loss while I was Muslim. You know, one of the hardest losses years ago when I was about 14, my sister died. My blood sister. She got killed in Philadelphia. She got stabbed in her neck by her sister, and she wasn't Muslim, of course. None of my family was Muslim at the time, and she was actually a dyke. Like, she was into girls, but my sister was the stud. Like, she was the boy, haircut, boy clothes. Like, she was that. So when I became a Muslim, by the time I turned 21, mind you, I was 14 when she died. So when I became a Muslim, I found myself really like having a hard time dealing with that, because I'm learning more about the Akhirah. I'm learning more about people who die, who's not a Muslim. You know, like, it was just a hard thing. But it was a really hard thing. But, you know, with time, I just try not to think about it. I completely try to like block it out of my head, like block the details. And inshallah, if y'all want to hear how she got killed, I will put that in a separate video. But I try to completely like block all the details out my mind and just forget the fact that she died in the state she died, as well as my grandma. Like, it's hard, you know, death is always hard. But if I think about the answer now to how have losses shaped who I am, the answer would be, it keep me on my toes. Like, it keep me continuously asking Allah to keep me firm upon Islam, because I don't want to ever die in a state where Allah is mispleased with me, or I'm heedless, or I'm not a Muslim, or, you know, I'm going through one of the toughest moments in my life, you know, and it really just make me call to Allah more, if anything, if I reflect on the people who I lost in my family, like those people who was near and dear to my heart, who will always be near and dear to my heart. They're gone now, so it just make me just ask Allah more for firmness, and, you know, and allow me to die in a state where He is most pleased with me. So that's that. The next question. Dang, hold on. Okay, the fifth question, that's the fifth question, right? Okay, the fifth question is, what motivates you to keep going when you feel overwhelmed, especially as someone living far from family? Don't think when I say these things repeatedly, it's just me saying things. It's not. So let me just, before I answer the question, let me give you a background. So me, if you already can't kind of put the pieces together, I've always been someone doing things on my own, like literally, even when I was living under my grandma's roof. By the time I turned 13, 14, 15, I was basically out the door. Like, I was on my own, doing my own thing, like really fending for myself. Me, my brothers, like, we all was just doing what we had to do. And I don't know, we was making a way for ourselves, you know, with our own money, with our own group of people, making other families. To speak for myself, like, we never been like a tight family. Like, we all been like on our own. So I always just had like a self-motivation. But of course, it's Allah. Like, it's Allah that's in control of everything. What motivates me is me wanting better for myself, me wanting a different outcome for myself, me wanting to be closer to Allah, me wanting to reach a certain level of ilm, of knowledge, of iman, of all of that. Like, I just want to be somewhere far in Islam, you know. And Allah knows, Allahu a'lam, you know, like, Allahu a'lam. The next question is, what's one misconception? Tongue twister. What's one misconception about Hijrah or becoming Muslim that you like to clear up for others? One misconception. Why do I keep doing that? One misconception about Hijrah is all pretty and perfect. One misconception is that it's all pretty and perfect. Listen, don't get me wrong, okay? Is this bad? I think these kiwis are bad. Oh my gosh. This kiwi is bad. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This kiwi it stinks. It smells like mop water. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. Okay, so that was crazy. Okay, so one misconception about making Hijrah, like I just said, is the fact that people see what we post online and think that is what it is, you know? Like they don't really think about the hardships that might come with it. They don't really think about like just everything that come with it, you know? Like this is like, yeah, like it's a lot of pretty places. It's millions of cafes, it's nice. A lot of the structures, it's just a beautiful build. But this is not all to it. And I don't think a person should make Hijrah off of the fact that it's nice, you know? It's not all nice, if I'm being honest. It's not all nice, you know? You have to think about the good and the possible bad so you can prepare in any way possible. You know, we gotta tie our camera, so don't just get locked up into social media and what social media shows you. That's not it. You see, when I came here, I literally got sick. I probably had COVID or pneumonia, and I'm getting over it now. Alhamdulillah, I got my medicine and it's been working for me. But that's that. The next question says, how do you define success for yourself? And has that definition changed since becoming Muslim? Yes and no. Success to me is two types of success. It's success in this dunya and it's success in the akhirah. So before I was a Muslim, the only success I knew was the success in this dunya, you know, to have the money, to be financially well off, not even just stable, but completely well off, have the cars, you're not struggling in life when it comes to finances. That was success to me. Like I could do whatever I want, anytime I want. I don't have to work a 9 to 5. That's what success looks like to me. But now it's not even that, you know, because success to me is financial stability. Success to me is having a family. Success to me is being a Muslim. Success to me is, just not having any financial restraints, and I'm able to just do whatever I want. I'm able to give zakat. I'm able to give to people and to places all around the world. And I'm able to raise a family, have a family, I'm able to have a family, raise a family, continuously like grow as a Muslim. That is what success now means to me, being a Muslim. The second part of success to me is obtaining Jannah, you know? That's that. So it kind of did change. Like it did change. I said it didn't change, but it did for sure. So anybody who want to know the steps I took to make Hijrah, created a hold on, I'm trying to fix myself. But yeah, I created a 8 steps to Medina ebook. So these are the exact same steps I took, and I compiled it in an ebook, which inshallah that you all could get. I'm gonna put it right here on the screen, inshallah, and make sure you click the description and you purchase yours. It's only like $8, probably like $7.99 or something like that. It's just an ebook. It's a soft file, so you could just download it right to your phone. And yeah, just look at the 8 steps, and you could take those 8 steps. But the very first step is intentions. You know, if you read for the hadith, that very first hadith, it talks about getting rewarded based off of your intention, and then inside of the explanation, they go into making hijrah. So you want to make sure your hijrah is for the right reason, and not for reasons other than seeking nearness to Allah, you know? So it's all about correcting your intentions. Why do you want to make hijrah? Ask yourself the questions. Why do you want to make hijrah? Like, what's really in your heart? Is it for a business? If you come here just to get married, then that's what you obtain. But if you come here for the sole reason of seeking nearness to Allah, then that's what you obtain, and that's better. And so that's the very first step is intention. And if you want to know the other steps, you have to purchase it, because honestly, like, I can answer a million questions. I don't mind answering no questions anybody have at all. Like, I really am an open book, but because like I am trying to pave a way for myself here, certain things will not be completely free. So I hope you guys respect that, and can just support and purchase the ebook. It's only $7. Oh, well, it's like I said, it's like $7.99. It's all on my Abaya Shop website, and yep. And if you guys want to have like one-on-one calls, put the link there as well. If you want to know more or whatever the case is, just book a call with me and we can discuss some things if you want. But making hijrah is not, it felt like it was easy, like as I was doing it, but to be here in the flesh, like to actually be here, like physically, I'm not gonna say it's hard, but it is more difficult when, again, you're here by yourself, y'all. I'm here by myself, and I didn't come down here with like a bunch of like, I didn't come down here with a job set up. I didn't come down here like with family. I didn't come down here with a husband. I didn't come down here with any of that. So I trust that Allah will open doors for me, but it's not, I don't know. You just want to make sure you cross your T's and dot your I's before you make hijrah, and while you're planning. And if you need like tips and like advice, feel free to reach out and to book a one-on-one call with me, and we can definitely talk about it. Like, we can definitely talk about it, and I can help you with little things. But to actually be here is still like an outer body thing. Like, I don't know, it still feel unreal. Like, I don't even think it fully sunk in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here in Medina. Like, I feel good. I feel good to be here. Like, one of the things that I find myself constantly asking Allah is to never return me back to the land of kufr. Like, I never want to go back to the land of disbelief. You know, I never ever want to go back, unless it's like, you know, I'm going with family and, you know, like something beautiful happened and I get to like visit or something like that. But, you know, it's not even for a woman to be traveling alone. So I can't really do none of that, you know. So I don't plan on going back. You know, Allah is the best of planners, but I genuinely, I just don't want to go back. You know, I definitely don't want to go back. I want Medina to be my home. I want Medina to be the place I die. I want Medina to be a place where I'm able to grow in ways I've never even I can't even fathom, you know, Islamically, with my Arabic, with all of that. Another question was, how have I been adjusting, and stuff like that. But I'm still trying to adjust. Honestly, that week and some change being sick really threw me off. I've been here for going on 3 weeks, and I've been sick most of that time. So it was really just a hectic first week. Second week and a half up until this point, I've been sick. I tried to go out, go hiking and do some things, which helped. But, you know, I don't know. So, but yeah, if you guys have any more questions about Medina that you want to ask me, feel free to ask me. If you want to see certain things about Medina, feel free to put it in the comments or message me on one of my social platforms. I'll respond to everybody. And yeah, please be sure to like this video, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.